What's up, minions? In this video, we are talking about Upwork's Work Together Talent Grant announcement. It just came out a day or so ago, and we're talking about $1 million worth of grant money and who that's going to go to and who is going to be eligible for it, as well as what it means for freelancers and whether or not you can get a piece of that action. So if that's something you're interested in, stick around. Hey minions, if you're new to the channel and you like what I have to say, then be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss a video. Only do this if you like what I have to say and if you want to hear more about freelancing, entrepreneurship, and personal world domination. For those who don't know me, I'm Lex DeVille, and on this channel we help you break the chains that bind your mind to build a freelance empire. In today's video, we are talking about Upwork's announcement about their Work Together Talent Grants. And this is an announcement that just came out a day or two ago. It says yesterday, but it looks like the date was posted April 28th, so I may be a little behind the curve on this one. Anyway, Work Together Talent Grants, what are they? What's going on here? Is it something for freelancers? Is it something for clients? It's a little bit of both in some different ways, but Upwork's handing out some cash, and it's quite a bit of cash for an individual company, and it's going to go a long ways toward helping some different freelance businesses take efforts toward solving COVID-19 or toward mitigating and resolving COVID-19, different actions in that regard. So we're just going to go through this and look at the Upwork Work Together Talent Grant, answer some questions about it, who it's for, what's going on here, and just give you some basic information. So as you can see on the screen, I've got this page up. It's from Upwork's blog, so it says Upwork to provide $1 million in grants for businesses. Now, of course, this isn't going to last all that long if there are a lot of businesses applying, and it's only going to apply to certain businesses and certain clients, so it's not going to be for everyone. They're not just handing out cash like the government. So let's go ahead and read through some of this and just see what it says. It says, today Upwork is launching our Work Together Talent Grants. Upwork is giving $1 million in talent grants to help businesses hire top professionals from Upwork for projects that counter the impacts of COVID-19. So that's an important point. They're going to give away some money, but that money is going to, of course, be to hire freelancers from Upwork. So really, this is it's of course a PR stunt. It's a trick to get clients to the platform and to start hiring, to start giving them money back. So once clients are there, they know that they're going to make a lot more money in return from those clients over time than what they give out to those clients. So that $25,000 isn't a big deal for them in the long run. They're playing the long game, which is something they've always done. Anyway, it says these grants will be used to assist projects whose mission is directly tied to mitigating COVID-19's devastating impact on individuals, communities, and economies across the world. There are so many ways to help, and no project is too big or too small to have a meaningful impact. If you would like to learn more about the Work Together Talent Grant or to apply for the talent grant of up to $25,000, go to this link here, and that's upwork.com/worktogether. All right, so that's a really interesting paragraph because it says no project is too big or too small. That means if you are a small business or even if you're a solopreneur and you are working on something related to COVID-19, you might be able to tap into a piece of that $25,000 grant per business. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to get the full $25,000. They may have different requirements and ways that they're determining who gets what amount, but it is to say that there may be some money out there for you if you are someone who is working on some kind of solution for COVID-19. So you would want to go to that page and check out those requirements for that to see if you might be eligible to apply, because it could be money to fuel your business. It could be money to fuel some part of your freelance empire. Even though $25,000 isn't a huge amount, it's still something, and it's still something worth applying for if you are eligible for that. So let's keep reading here. The $1 million grant, the $1 million in talent grants will be distributed on an ongoing basis until all funds are awarded. So that means it's going to be first come, first serve, and it's not necessarily first come, first serve. It's first come who is qualified will be first served. If you're not qualified, you're probably not going to be served at all. Grant recipients will be chosen based on the merit of the application and the contribution of the proposed work to the COVID-19 response. So in your application, just because you apply doesn't mean you're going to get approved. It says based on the merit of the application. So how good is your application? Does it seem legit? Is it really something that is working toward solutions or toward helping out with COVID-19? And what is the contribution? How big of an impact is what you're doing likely to make? That's what that seems like to me. That's what it seems like they're saying. So that is kind of the requirements to be eligible for the grant. It says an Upwork representative will reach out to you directly if you are awarded a grant. So maybe it is the full $25,000. Apply for a talent grant. Well, it says up to. Since it says up to $25,000, that makes me think that they are not going to award $25,000 to every business. It's just some amount. So maybe it's $1,000, maybe it's $500. It could be different amounts based on the size, the merit, the contribution that you're making toward COVID-19. So keep that in mind. They're not at all saying $25,000 grant. It just says up to. To learn more about the eligibility requirements, again, you can go here. It's upwork.com/legal #worktogether. That's going to tell you all about it. And on this page, on their announcement page, if you're in Upwork's blog, of course, they've got a video here. I'm not going to play it because that would probably get me a copyright strike. But we can scroll down a little bit and see some of the additional frequently asked questions here. It's kind of funny having frequently asked questions for a grant that didn't exist a few days ago. How do we have frequently asked questions? But that's beside the point. What is Work Together Talent Grant? It's essentially an Upwork credit that you never need to pay back. So if you get this grant, you don't have to pay it back. If your project is selected to receive a Work Together Talent Grant, our team will match you directly with remote professionals who have the specialized skills you need, and the grant funds pay for some or all of the time to help propel their efforts. So it seems like what's about to happen is Upwork is going to match these businesses. If a business has applied for the talent grant and if they are awarded it, Upwork is going to be the one trying to match freelancers up with this grant. What does that mean for freelancers? Well, to me, it means that it might be a good time to think about what kind of projects are out there, what kind of businesses might be operating in the COVID-19 space, and maybe think about putting that in your title. So if you really wanted to specialize, if you want to be able to tap into some of these jobs, now is a really timely moment to have the word COVID-19 in your job title. And that's something you can probably rank for in search results if you are trying to optimize for SEO, if you're trying to maximize your invitations. Let's say you're a copywriter. Now you become a COVID-19 copywriter, or a COVID-19 direct response copywriter, or a COVID-19 nonprofit copywriter. Anything like that is going to be a good title. If you're a web designer, maybe you're a COVID-19 startup web designer. And just keep it short, keep that title short, put the word COVID-19 in there, and maybe talk about COVID-19 a little bit in your bio and what you've done to help, or what you've written about that, or what experience you have that could relate to that in some way. The key here is going to be having a few portfolio pieces, a little bit of information in your bio, and having the word COVID-19 in your title and in each of those other places, so that when Upwork is trying to send recommendations to these clients, they're finding the people who match that keyword, right? They're finding the people who match COVID-19 plus copywriter, or COVID-19 plus content writer, or COVID-19 plus web designer, or whatever that skill is. That's probably how their algorithm is going to pull you out of the crowd and then make recommendations to those clients. So that would be one way to give yourself a chance to maybe tap into these projects, pick up a good client who actually has money to pay you, and then work with those clients moving forward. Now, let's keep going through this. How much money is available or eligible to receive? We already talked about that. It's up to $25,000. The amount of each grant is determined based on each project's scope, so it's what the actual project involves. Who is eligible for talent grants? Work Together talent grants are available to both existing and new clients. However, new clients must create an account at Upwork.com prior to applying. So this is not going to be eligible. You're not going to be eligible for this grant if you're not on Upwork, if you don't create a client account. Now, that's a pretty simple requirement. That's a very basic and minimal requirement. It seems like Upwork is probably going to favor businesses who've been with them for longer. But the fact that they say that, it tells me that they may not give money to new businesses who come in from outside, but they're not going to miss this opportunity to attract those outside businesses. So they say, if you're not part of our platform, then we're not going to give you any money at all. You're not going to be eligible. So now clients have to create accounts. Whether or not they are eligible makes no difference, because now they're on the platform, they'll get inside it, they'll get a feel for it, and maybe eventually, even if they don't get a grant, they'll probably still try it out and hire freelancers because they already have an account there. Moving on, we've got what types of projects are eligible for Work Together talent grants. We're looking to assist projects whose mission is tied directly to mitigating COVID-19's devastating impact on individuals, communities, and economies everywhere. There's so many ways to help, and no project is too big or too small to have a meaningful impact. So what does it even mean to mitigate something? Usually mitigating means solving issues before they happen. So this is taking preventative actions to avoid future problems that might arise. So anytime there is some kind of disaster going on, or anytime you're talking about the disaster cycle, you usually have a mitigation phase at the beginning where you try to anticipate future problems that could happen, and then you try to do things, you try to put things in place that will avoid those problems from affecting the population. And then once you get past mitigating, you try to plan for future problems, and then you practice responses to those problems. And then if a disaster occurs, you go into full-blown response mode, and you take all of the mitigations and the preparations and the planning and things you practice, and you put those into action to try and avoid the catastrophe from becoming too bad. And then you go back around, you use what you learned to put in new mitigation efforts to avoid future problems or to mitigate those problems. So that's what they're talking about here. They're saying projects that mitigate, but I think that they may be misusing the word a little bit, because I don't think they're just talking about mitigation. It seems like anything that might be related to COVID-19 and reducing the effects, reducing the long-term impact, the short-term impact, whatever that may be. It seems like Upwork is trying to fuel projects that have some role in that. So this is just my words. This is just speculation on my part, my opinion. Don't take it to mean what they're actually doing, but you can read into this on your own. It just says mission is tied to directly mitigating COVID-19's devastating impact. So if your business has anything to do with COVID-19, if you're working on something related to COVID-19, I would go ahead and check this out and see if it applies for you, because it might. And if it does, there could be some money in it for you to help you fuel your freelance projects or to help you fuel that business in some way. Let's look at the bottom one here. We've got our Work Together talent grants available to for-profit organizations. Yes, our goal is to provide the in-demand talent needed to help all types of businesses as they work to counter the impacts of COVID-19. So based on this sentence, you can see that it's not just about mitigating. It's not just about countering future impacts. We're talking about impacts right now. We're talking about reducing the problems of COVID-19 right now. And in doing so, these businesses are going to be eligible for this grant. Now, again, that doesn't mean that you're going to get the grant just because you apply. But if you have anything to do with COVID-19 at all, it's probably worth it to go ahead and apply and see if something comes of this. They've got $1 million of funds to put toward this. So if you're doing something already in that space, it would behoove you to go ahead and apply for it and see if you can get that grant. And for freelancers, again, this is an opportunity for you. If you are someone who is interested in working on COVID-19 related projects, or if you're just trying to pick up some new good solid gigs, then probably what you want to do is go ahead and find some way to weave the word COVID-19 into your title, into your bio a few times, and into your portfolio pieces, into at least a couple of portfolio pieces, so that when clients either search for freelancers who have stuff to do with COVID-19, or when Upwork's algorithms try to pull recommendations for people who have things to do with COVID-19, they find you and your profile rises to the top, it gets picked up, and then you get invited to those gigs. That's going to help you land some extra work maybe. And it could be some good ongoing work, because $25,000, if you're the only freelancer who gets hired, that would be a nice chunk of change to put toward you. Of course, it's not all going to go toward you, but it means the client's going to have some money. Whether they're a large client or a small client, they're going to have some extra cash to be able to pay the right freelancers to get some work done. So that's just some thoughts on that. This was an announcement that came out. It says it was on the 28th, but it says yesterday whenever I opened the blog, so I'm not really sure what time zone they were in when they wrote this. There's a video on this page if you want to go check that out. You're totally welcome to. And this is in Upwork's community, so you have to be logged in, and then you go down to community at the bottom of Upwork's main page. Click on that, and then you go to the announcements section, and in their announcements, they've got this one. So that's what we've got there. Let me know your thoughts in a comment down below. Are you a business that could be eligible for this? And if you are a freelancer, are you going to apply to this? Or are you going to update your profile so that it reflects something about COVID-19? Maybe you've already done this. Let me know in a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys, and just let me know your general thoughts on this too. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Lex DeVille. I'll see you next time.